In this video, we're going to discuss the HZCare Client Portal. You can access the Client Portal at hzclient.com. You can see I have a different address up here because this is a test environment, but hzclient.com is where you want to go for real. The Client Portal is where clients and their contacts and funding sources can view the client's schedule, and if it's a funding source, make payments. So let's get started. First, we want to go to Sign Up, and assuming the office has already registered your email in the system, you can enter it here and hit Submit. And I've already used this email to sign up once, so I'm getting this message. But if this is the first time for you, you'll get a temporary password to log in. And we can head back to the login screen, sign up, and there we go. And again, if this is your first time, it'll prompt you to change that temporary password to a real password. And you'll see this prompt to agree to terms and conditions. So be sure to check out the terms, the privacy policy, make sure they sound good, and click agree. And then we'll hit submit. Okay, so the first tab is the schedule. And you can see all of the appointments that the client's on for the month. You can navigate to other months. And you have the caregiver on the bars. You've got the color coding, where blue are the repeating appointments that have a caregiver on them. Red are repeating appointments without a caregiver. Purple are one-off appointments that have a caregiver, and those one-offs will be yellow if they don't have a caregiver on them. And we can click into an appointment, get some more detail. If this appointment is in the past and the caregiver has filled out an activity log, you'll see those responses here. So I'll click OK and move on to the next tab, Payments. And Payments is just for funding sources. So a contact, for instance, wouldn't have the Payments tab over here. We'll click Payments. And as a funding source, the first thing you need to do is add a payment method. So you have a choice of bank account or credit card. Fees will be lower on bank account, so let's start with that. And enter a name for the bank account. Click Connect. And you can see that the payment processing is powered by Stripe. Stripe's one of the largest online payment processors, so a very secure situation. And from here, you log into your online banking. This is a test setup, so it looks a little bit different. But you can see in general how it works. You would sign in, and if you have multiple accounts with that bank, then you'd select the account here and click Connect. And Stripe has a service called Link. If you're using Stripe on a variety of different platforms, perhaps this can be useful for you. I'm going to hit Not Now, though. And then Done. Okay. And then finally, we have this confirmation to make sure we're okay with the account getting debited for invoices. So I'm going to click Confirm. And there we go. We can see the bank has already been added automatically as the auto pay method. You can turn that off if you want to right there. In general, auto pay is nice if you're receiving regular care, getting invoices every week. You don't have to worry about logging in to deal with that every week. We also have the option to add a card if we want to see how that works. I'll type in here, card number. We'll give it an expiration date, a CVC, a zip code, and then we'll save the card. So now we have two payment methods in here, so it's going to give us a prompt if we want to change auto pay to that new method. I'm just going to leave it on the bank. And there you go. You can change your auto pay method here if you want, or turn off auto pay. You can add new cards or update or delete this one. Add new bank accounts or update or delete this one. This is really all you need to know for the Client Portal. If you're doing auto pay, then you don't need to log in every week to make payments. It's just going to take care of itself. In the event that you do have an issue, perhaps you had insufficient funds and the auto pay failed, you might want to be familiar with this one-time payment entry. If you go and add funds to your account and then you want to log in and make the payment, you could go here, type in the payment that you want to make, the amount, If you have multiple invoices down here, you can select which one you want to pay off first. Otherwise, it'll just select the earliest one automatically. And then if you go into checkout, you just select which account you want to make the payment from. And as you make additional payments, you'll see them populate here in the payment log. You may have also noticed this Invoices tab showed up after we added a payment method. This is just where you can select your old invoices and view them in PDF format. All right, that's all for the HZCare Client Portal. Have a good one.